Hey all, this is Val here with another Dungeon Hunter Champions video, and as you can see, it is winter now, so I had to put on my winter coat. This is legitimately something I wear during the winter just because it gets cold and I am cheap. So bundle up, bundle up. But that aside, today we're going to be taking a look at Basalt, the Light Golem. Alright guys, so as you know, I do not have a GD. This guy is the closest thing I have to a GD, so I decided, well, I might as well build him. You know how we do now? Let's hop into skills. So, his auto attack skill, Rock Fist, slams enemies with its fists, dealing damage, deals bonus damage to targets that are slowed, immobilized, or provoked. Let's take a look at the details here. It is attack scaling, and it tells you the attack he gets if they're slowed, provoked, or otherwise immobilized. Nice. I really like the details button. I can't wait till it comes to everything. So really, nothing's forming here. I mean, you could go brutal, you could go rapid. Nothing here really says this is the set for you. There's no set description. There's no set really gotcha ability. It's like, oh, I really want to capitalize on that. Other than saying, hey, let's run this guy with someone who slows, immobilizes, or provokes. So his first active skill, Consume Magic, inhales deeply, pulling in foes and consuming their buff. Damages enemies and steals a buff from each of them. For a few seconds after inhaling, Explosive Shout will be empowered. Bonus damage based on max HP. So here we can see we're looking at bonus damage. Also, we can look at Adept if we want to make sure we're in a strip as often as we can. So now we're starting to get an idea. So like Adept HP, Sturdy HP, I mean anything like that will work, but primarily Adept HP stands out for this ability. Let's take a look at active skill 2, Explosive Shout. Exhales rocks violently, damages enemies with a chance to stun. This chance increases if empowered by Consume Magic. Bonus damage based on max HP. Again, we're looking at Adept HP. This looks really good with this ability. You'll be able to suck in and then blow out. His third active skill, Earthquake, smashes the ground repeatedly while channeling, creating a massive earthquake. Periodically damages and disorients nearby enemies in a huge area. Bonus damage based on max HP. And again, I mean, nothing really great here, although we do pick up a debuff that we might want to get some accuracy just to see if it lands. But again, we're looking at Adept HP. His synergy trait is increases max HP of ally champions by 25%. So really, you look at him, I mean, pretty much he's HP. Adept HP, because you want to use this as much as possible. You really don't want to use Earthquake a ton. The reason why is it roots him in place, right? So he's just there for the duration of the channel. Although you do get, you know, AoE damage, which could be good. It's debatable. But unfortunately, if you want to spam these, you got to go Adept, which is going to make this guy come up quicker as well. There's really no way around it. But I do think Adept is the way to go. Let's take a look at gear, and as you can see, I didn't go what I recommended, and the reason why is, you guys know me, gear shortage, unfortunately. So I have a lack of Adept HP gear because most of it is on a lot of my support units that I do use. So I had to make do with what I have, and you guys know this channel is all about making do with what you have. It's easy to say, well, this isn't the best, this isn't optimal, but when you're the player and it is the best you have, then it is just, quite frankly, the best you have. So taking a look at my stats, I went 8 max HP, accuracy, just because I really wanted another HP bracer, but again, limited selection. So here's hoping our disorient hits a little bit more. But if you look, I did pull at least 17% max HP on this bracer. Not as good as it had been main statted, but better than nothing. Here's a look at the gear. You can go ahead and pause it if you want to get a better look at it. I went heavy HP and then accuracy in a few places because the disorient, you know, it can't hurt to have the extra. Here's the stats. All said and done, I have 53k HP, 771 defense, or excuse me, 600 defense, and I'm not happy about that at all. At all. I didn't get a lot defense substats, and I didn't have any good sturdy that I could swap in. Like, gear is an issue for Val. 37% resistance, 500 and so attack, blah blah blah, and 80% accuracy. It's because the reason I say blah blah blah, attack speed, crit damage, crit rate, none of that matters to this guy. You want to focus on max HP, defense, resistance, and maybe accuracy. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, 80% is ridiculous, but the only reason is because that bracer. You know, maybe I'll go through and look for a defense percent bracer to put in there. That will help me out, get to that 1K mark that I like to see. Because he's actually, with such little defense, he's a little squishy, right? He might have a lot of HP, but it can be burned down fairly quickly because the defense stat is low. Alright, so now we've taken a look at him. Let's go ahead and test him in SW10, where stripping is oh so important. Okay, so this is the team I decided to go with. Again, I want to make sure this team is as noob friendly as possible. Diva is fusible. The others, minus Basalt, can be gotten out of common disc. Wanga, actually, just pretend this is a Mojo. Mojo is pretty easy to get, and the difference is lowers attack speed buff, whereas Wanga does not have lowers attack speed, and Mojo does. It's a helpful debuff, but other than that, they are pretty much the same. And I stand by every time I say this that they can be used interchangeably. So this team should be fairly easy to get, with the exception of Diva being, you know, a grind because you have to fuse her. But everyone can fuse her. There's nothing spectacular in this team. Everything's easy to get, and really our damage is going to be coming from Rhoda. I like Basalt. I mean, I've used him before when I was testing Diva. I actually ran him as 4-star max and gave Diva a super crappy team. I don't know if you remember that video. And believe it or not, Basalt got the job done. Basalt in Diva, just a 4-star max. And the team was pretty crappy, to be honest with you. And Diva somehow kept him healed, and Basalt somehow kept the whole team going. It was just, it was crazy. I was like, wow, the way to go Diva, way to go Basalt. I was very, very happy with the results that I got out of that. But so far, so good. Nothing crazy. But here is the real test. Are we going to be able to burn down the boss? Monis, of course, says, I'm throwing buff block up there because I don't want to have to deal with getting wrecked because this guy's invulnerable. We're not stripping. Okay, finally we stripped the shield. That cost us a bit of time, so we are more than likely going to see a laser. That's probably going to happen. I feel like what this group needs to be better is immunity. I think I should have went with Amethyst as opposed to Wanga, just because there's not a lot of, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. We only got like 1 stack of OGD. Okay, there, I spoke too soon. Okay, come on. Come on, Basalt. There we go. Basalt, oh no, here comes the laser. Here comes the laser. Oh, good job. Okay, come on, we need to strip. Okay, we got the strip. We got the strip. We looking good. I mean, Rhoda was no, save, no. Okay, here comes another one. Here it comes. Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Okay, we finish it. Basalt was able to strip. Oh, and I was rewarded. Oh, yes. I mean, okay, so this is this is good. This is a good time. We are keeping that. That's been a while since we've had a decent drop. We'll just look at this just for poos and grins. Really, Monis doing most of the work here. We lost it there basically because we lost our Rhoda, who was already at a disadvantage. But we knew that. I just want to see if Basalt, under terrible circumstances, could get this done, because this could be someone's starter team. This team would be a lot more stable if you were to take out Rhoda and put in Amethyst, because I know you are giving up the haste and cooldown reduction, but you are gaining heal over time and immunity, and Amethyst is no slouch. His AI change is just amazing, and this would really be a rock solid team with Amethyst in it, or Zircon. Zircon is extremely easy unit to get. He's typically always hanging out in the black market, or you can get him through common disc as usual, since he's only a 2-star. But putting him in here would make the team way more stable, a little slower. I mean, just the truth, but you're not going to die. Your runs are going to be long. And as I've said many times, when you are starting out in SW10, you are going to have long runs. That's just how it is. You are not going to be breaking the speed barrier, or should you even be trying to create a speed team at that point. Okay, so let's take a final look here at Basalt, and let's wrap this video up. So here he is, the big guy. For gear, I am a big fan. I think you really should build him Adept HP. I mean, I really, just HP, everywhere for him, HP. Now, do not ignore your defense stat. You want to get your defense stat up to at least 1K with a lot of HP. So you're looking at like HP and defense substats primarily. And then your secondary subs you're looking for is going to be resistance and accuracy. Accuracy is going to be the last one. If you can pick it up, pick some up. If you can't, oh well. But you really do want to go max HP, defense, and then resistance and accuracy. If you can get all 4 of those, you're going to have a great Basalt on Adept who's not going to let you down. Offset can be anything that helps you get your goals. If it's resistance, if it's sturdy, it just doesn't matter as long as it helps you get to stat goals. I personally recommend at minimum 50k HP, 1k defense, how much ever resistance you can muster, and how much ever accuracy you can muster. Don't worry about attack speed, crit rate, crit damage, any of that. This guy's whole point is to live and strip. That is it. He has no other purpose if you're using him. And the same is true in PvP. If you are using him in PvP, again, his sole purpose is going to be to live and strip. He's not going to offer anything else. The stun would be nice, but then you'd have to sacrifice some other stat to get it. It's not worth it. If you can pick up the accuracy without sacrificing any other stat, then you're going to be rocking and rolling and have a solid Basalt. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. If I missed something obvious using him, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. If you have a different comp you think would work better, also drop that in there too. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, all you dudes and dudettes out there, stay frosty.